Welcome, 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 guys, and thank you all for joining us on this call today. Today we are celebrating the pre-sales of Cultivating Your It Factor, and today I am going to be talking to you about my chapter in the book, which is basically about time management, guys. To be specific, it's about mastering and understanding the essence of your time and activities. In time management, most people, they think about time management as just managing time. Time management is more than that. It actually involves managing the activities in your time that you're spending in your time. So it's not about just managing those hours in the day. It's about what are you doing in those hours in that day that you have to build that, signature brand that you're building. Well, let me just talk about this for a little bit because I know some of the things you may be thinking. You have a lot of obligations. We all do, we're all mother. You could be a father, women, men, husband, wives, authors, speakers, students. You could work a full-time job like me. You could have many obligations. Also, we have so many goals that we're trying to reach. We're trying to build our dream. Also, we may have so many ideas that come to us at once. So it's like we're trying to get it all done at one time, or we're trying to, get everything done in that one day. And we're like, it's overwhelming. If you think about it, it can be overwhelming. But the reason why I'm on this call today is because I want to simplify it for you. It's really not overwhelming. I have mastered this. I used to think the same thing that, oh, my God, everybody's been successful. Everybody's building this banging brand, but how in the world are they doing it with just this amount of time that we have in a day? Because we all have the same amount of time in a day, 24 hours. But the question is, what is it that they're doing that I'm not doing? What is it that they're doing that we're not doing? Well, I came to the conclusion, as I mastered it, what they're doing is what we're doing is we're basically making sure that every activity that we do is productive. It has to be productive. So that is really the key to managing your time, guys. It's all in your activities, and it's all in are they productive activities. I was speaking with someone today, and she was telling me that she wanted to open up her own business, and I'm like, okay, well, why don't you do it? She's like, well, no, I'm just going to do it for fun because I really don't have time to build a business. I'm like, what do you mean you're going to do it for fun? God gave you that desire. God gave you that gift to do what it is you want to do, and he gave it to you so you can reach your prosperity. That's part of your prosperity is what he gave you. You need to use what you got, to build the lifestyle that God wants you to have, or you're going to miss out. She's like, yeah, you're right, but I really don't have time. I have 4 kids, I'm working a full-time job. I'm like, is that it? Because I'm like, okay, well, I have 2 boys, I'll go to school full-time. I work full-time. I'm building a business full-time. So I'm just going down the list of what I do. And she was like, she really couldn't say nothing. She's like, how? So saying all of that, what I'm saying to you guys is that you have the time in the day to do what you need to do to build your business, to build a successful lifestyle, to build that brand that you're trying to build. You just have to make sure that you are making sure you're being productive in your time and you're making sure your activities are right. I also mentioned to her that your activities, you want to make sure those activities that you're doing are going to, contribute to your success. She was like, well, I guess I could take an hour of my TV time and build my brand or build my business. I'm like, duh. You don't have to watch TV. I mean, you can watch it. I'm not saying you can't have fun, but, it doesn't have to take an hour. It doesn't have to take most of your day. Don't do it all day long. You want to make sure most of your time are spent on productive activities. So those are some of the things that I will be speaking about on the call today, also in the section Time Management of Cultivating Your It Factor. We have to take the proper steps to reach the success that we desire. And time management and activities in that time management is one of the steps. We definitely like I said, we want to make sure that we take advantage of every second in the day and produce effectively. Today I'm basically going to train and teach you how to manage your time and activities and produce in every area of your life. I say that because earlier in the conversation, if you remember, I spoke about the different obligations that we may have. Now, what I'm going to do is, in all of those obligations, I'm going to cover most of the obligations, but if I don't cover yours, just throw yours in there. But in all of the obligations that we have in life, you know, we still can be successful in building our business, building the brand that we need, and I'm going to tell you how to do that. You know, as success seekers and entrepreneurs, you know, it's required that we do put in a lot of time, but if the time that you're putting in, if you make it about if it's just you, if you incorporate you in it, yourself, how does it fit with you? For instance, I'm going to use me as an example because that's the best example I can give you. You know, I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own business. I have my own LLC. Under the LLC, I have multiple other businesses. You know, I'm a speaker. I'm an author. You know, I'm also a network marketer. You know, I do different things. But in all that I do, I'm not just branding that business. You know, that one thing that I'm doing, I'm branding myself. You know, so I'm building my signature brand with everything that I do. And what I mean by that is basically I have to make it a part of me. I have to just make it a part of me. And I mean, like, people are learning to do that. What do they have to do with time management? It has a lot to do with time management because, you know, people spend too much time in trying to build this other kind of person that people like, you know, throwing sales here, throwing sales there, wanting people to buy their products, wanting people, you know, to invest in their business, you know, get clients. You know, people are trying to spend too much time in doing that when actually all you have to do is just be yourself. So it's a lot that goes into time management. So, yeah, if you just learn to be yourself and just make it a part of your day, then basically, you know, it doesn't seem as if, you know, it doesn't seem like time management. It doesn't seem like that's what you're doing, but really that is what you do. That's what I do. You know, and it works for me and it works for a lot of other people that I know, you know, just building their day by what they do, what they like to do, what they're already doing. You know, for instance, you could have a meeting, you know, a meeting to go to, and you know that you got to continue to give your customers what they want and continue to build that brand on social media. Well, guess what? You can still post your post and still be in your meeting at the same time. You know, that's an example of how you can do time management. Is you just have to be organized in what you do and make sure that, you know, you plan it effectively. That's all it entails, you know, making sure you're organized, planning ahead, you know, and making sure the activities of your day are building towards that brand. So that's just what makes up time management. Basically, I'm going to give you some some things that make up good time management. And I truly believe it's all about the quality that you give, the quality of what you give out, and that you're consistent in what you do, and be authentic. Those three things right there is going to help you manage your time tremendously, and I'll break that down for you also. It's going to help you manage your time tremendously. It's going to make it easier for you. And also, you know, it's going to help you build the signature brand that you need to build to be successful in all that you do. Well, Toneika, what about quality? What do I mean about quality? First of all, like I will go back to the activities that you do in your day. Quality, you want to make sure you're giving out quality information, quality, and you may ask, well, what is quality? That's why I say be authentic. You got to be yourself. All this stuff goes together, guys. Once you put everything together, you're going to understand why I say this goes along with time management. You're going to understand why I spoke about this tonight in the chapter of time management, because it all goes together. It really does. The quality and what you give out, make sure you're authentic in it. Let it be yourself. Be yourself. Don't try to do it the way somebody else does it. These are some of the things that's going to help you manage your time better, because it's not going to take too much of your energy to be yourself. You know, it's not going to take too much of your energy just to be like, oh, my God, this is some great information, you know, that I know my customers or clients is going to like. let me post this. You probably didn't even put too much thought in it because this is what I do, and people are attracted to me because of that. I don't spend too much time to figuring out what I'm going to post on Facebook. I don't figure out, I don't spend a lot of time doing that. I just be myself. I take day by day. I go by day. Now, I'm not going to say you don't have to plan. You do have to plan. I did say that earlier. You need to plan for specific things like events and things that, you want to incorporate, stuff like that. You have to plan for it, but right now I'm just speaking on your day-to-day activities, because those are the main things that you may struggle with, or you may think you may get overwhelmed with is your day-to-day activities, because you're trying to plan everything by the day that you really don't even have to plan. So consistency, guys. Make sure that you are very consistent in what you do. What I mean by that, some people may say a routine is not good, but I truly believe that a routine is good to a certain extent. To a certain extent, a routine is good. Get your basic routine down. I have my basic routine when I post, what I post. I have my basic routine on social media. And this isn't just go for social media, guys. This is just, I'm talking about this because it's for me. But consistency in what you do on your weekly basis. Try to be consistent with your fans. Try to be consistent with your clients. Try to be consistent, with the people that are following you, that are watching you, because trust and believe, there are people watching you. You may be on this call tonight and you may not have no clients. You may not have no customers. You may be like, well, where are they coming from? But trust and believe, people are watching you, and that's where those customers come from. The people, they're watching first. They're watching your stuff. And, I have people on my Facebook that have been watching me for a while, and they be like, oh, I've been watching you for a while, and I love this, I love that. They may like it here, like it there. Next thing they're like, I want to purchase this, or how can I get this from you? But they've been watching me, because they're comfortable with me now. They have gotten to know me, and that comes from consistency and quality. So those two things right there, you can see how that right there may help you build a great brand, because your brand is really about who you are, truly. People trying to brand these companies, which is good, because people need to know what the company is coming from and stuff like that. But seriously, guys, people want to know you. They want to know you. That is truly what business, most of what business is about. It's about who you are, especially if you're an entrepreneur or a small business. They want to know who you are. So consistency, guys, and being authentic. Why do I say being authentic? All this stuff ties in along. Being authentic is being real, letting people really know who you are. Throughout your day, as I stated before, throughout your day, if you are incorporating your day-to-day activities, like it's just your lifestyle, just let it be your lifestyle. Let it be your lifestyle. That right there will take some pressure off of time management. But, just getting down to the gist of it, see the bigger picture in time management. Well, let me break it down like this. Now, if you look at time management as you have some goals, you have long-term goals, you have short-term goals. In those goals, you can actually make those goals tasks. I like to do weekly tasks because that's just what I do. That's what works better for me. You have to pick what works better for you. Don't overwhelm yourself. It's real simple, guys. Now, I said simple. I didn't say it was easy. It's not easy, but it's simple. It's very simple. You need to figure out what it is that you want to build. What do you want to build? Once you know what you want to build, what are some of those long-term goals that you want to reach? What do you want to be at the end of this year? What do you want to be in 6 months? What do you want to have in 6 months? How much money do you want to make in 6 months? Just little stuff like that, goals. I'm just trying to give you some examples. In those long-term goals, make them short-term goals. Okay, well, what do you need to have or do in the next 3 months, in the next 3 to 6 months to make sure that 6-month goal comes to pass? In those goals, now this is what I do. This is what works for me. You have to do what works for you. But in those short-term goals, I break my stuff down weekly. I said, okay, Toneika, you want to achieve this in 6 months So you're going to have to do this for the next 3 to 6 months to get that done. What do you need to do weekly to get that done? Some people like to do daily because, some people like to see the real short version of it. When you can see, it goes along with if you can see it, you can believe it. Well, if you believe it, you can see it. So basically, if making short-term goals if making daily tasks is better for you, then do it that way. You don't have to necessarily do it how I do it. But, even in the even in the weekly tasks, I do things weekly. I like to plan out my calendar weekly, by week, So I figure out what I need to do this week to make sure that I can get to my short-term goal in 3 months. That's what I do, guys, and that's what really helps me out in managing my time. So basically, you definitely in doing that, what you're doing is you are building a solid foundation. And building a solid foundation, what that does is you don't have to keep rebuilding. You don't have to keep rebuilding. You might have to reinvent some things, but you don't have to keep rebuilding. When you build something on a solid foundation, then you won't have to keep rebuilding. You can just build upon that, and it gets easier and easier as you go. It truly does. So with time management, I just went over some of the things that may help you understand time management better. And some of the things I went over was basically making sure that your activities are productive. That is so important. That truly is. If you look at your day-to-day activities and you look at what you do, ask yourself, are they truly productive? And being productive, what I mean is, do they contribute to the dream that I'm trying to build? Do they play a major role in it, or am I wasting my time? I guess I could say. Are you wasting your time? I'm not saying that here and now you can't have fun. We all have fun. I have fun, But in doing that, I'm talking about the major times in your day, what you're doing. You're spending hours on. You're spending 2 hours on. You're doing it more. You're doing it multiple times a day. And those things right there, do they contribute to your success, the dream that you are truly trying to have? And if they don't, then basically I just gave you some examples, and I just gave you a technique that you can really use to change that, because that right there is going to help you build the brand that you want to build. And also, it's going to take some of the pressure off of you, because things are going to become normal to you. Things are going to become easier to you, simpler to you, if you just do it, if you just incorporate it into your day-to-day basis and not think too much about it. My life used to be very hectic. And that's because I didn't organize. I didn't, plan anything. I just did it as it came. And, it becomes a lot if you don't look at it, because we can overwhelm ourselves and doing this project and then trying to do this project on top of that project. And then we might, be trying to do too many meetings, and we forget about that meeting. And we're like, oh, my God. So I'm telling you, that was my life, guys, until I turned it around and I got organized, and I, got me a planner, and I, started booking things, as I saw fit. And I knew the type of person I was. Like, I knew how much time it would take me to do this, so I had to give myself that amount of time. You just got to know yourself. You got to know what works for you. It's all about you when it comes to this time management thing, because you have to know yourself. You have to know what it is that what works for you. I had to figure out what worked for Toneika. I had to stop trying to do everything the way somebody else do. Somebody else might can, manage all this stuff at one time, but I can't, So it's very important that you do things the way what you have to do things for what works for you. You can't do it the same way someone else does, because you're going to hurt yourself that way, and you're not going to be successful, because that's not who God created you to be. That's not the way He told you to do it. So that is in building your time management, guys, and managing your time. Just make sure that you are you watch out for the activities that you're planning. Get organized. Please set your goals. It's good to set them before the year, but it's not too late. It's not too late, guys. Set your goals. It's really not too late. So that is really all that I have for you guys today. I'm going to go ahead and bring Miss Stevie Aisha Mills on the line. Stevie, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I am here. Yes. That was awesome. And usually it's so funny for the calls. I haven't even really been saying too much, but what I want to do is to truly open the Q&A. You might have some people who want to say something to you or ask a question. So give me 1 second. And the way in which you can get into the queue is to do *6, again, *6. So if you have a question or a comment on what Toneika has said today, then please do come in the queue and let her know. She did a dynamic job. So hold on 1 second. Area code 843, we're opening your mic.
Sue Ham, with the creator of the online school, Sue Ham School of Success. And I just wanted to say, I didn't have a question, just wanted to say that this was a phenomenal call. I really picked up some new tips and strategies on how to better use my time. And it's funny because I was just telling my business partner, Terry Clay, that I'm going to start getting up at like 4:30 in the morning because I have to find a way to balance this internet marketing stuff with the things that I'm really, really passionate about as well, which is playwriting. And so I was like, I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning and start maybe, devoting 2 hours to writing, and then the rest of the day I could do more towards internet marketing. But really, really great call. It was really on time, no pun intended, for me because I was battling with how I was going to work out my schedule to where it could be beneficial for my business, internet marketing business, as well as for my playwriting. So thank you guys for the call. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. We both love Sue Ham.
Yes.
If you don't know, somebody is definitely a blessing to have her on the call today with us. So thank you, Sue.
Thank you, Sue.
You guys are welcome, but I mean, honestly, it was really a blessing for me, and it just confirmed a whole lot of things for me, so I appreciate it. It was definitely my pleasure to be in on it.
Awesome. Thank you. Anyone else, if you have a question, hit *6, but it is an honor. Things work so full circle. Toneika really reached out to me probably about over a year. It was like, Stevie, I want you to mentor me. And it was the first time that I really mentored anybody. So I'm really excited about Toneika's success. And I love all the authors in the book. Goodness knows I do. But I have different relationships with all of them. I feel like a mama.
Thank you, Stevie. We appreciate you too, Steve. We really do.
Yes, and I have, Toneika, I'm so excited and proud of you for all the dynamic things you're doing. And, you are just growing into your own. I'm blessed to have had the time that I had with you and mentoring you, and now I see you just go on and fly, and it's just a beautiful thing. So I definitely appreciate you.
Oh, thank you, Stevie. I appreciate you. You were the one that actually kickstart me, so you can take credit for that. I learned a lot from you. I'm still watching you. I tell you that every time I talk to you, all right, Stevie, I'm watching you.
Awesome. I see you rocking your It Factor, girl.
Oh, thank you.
Anyone else want to ask Toneika a question or say a comment before we allow her to have some final words and close out the call? Again, it is *6 if you do. In the meantime, Toneika, go ahead and give the final words and tell people why they should buy this book. Why should they buy it?
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm going to try to keep this short and simple. But, guys, this book, Cultivating Your It Factor, let me tell you, oh, my God, you don't know the worth in this book. You are getting over 14 authors' knowledge. Do you know how much that is worth? You have to get this book. After you finish reading this book, let me tell you something. If you cannot create and if you cannot cultivate your brand, build a significant brand, a banging brand at that, and continue on with success, you can take this book throughout life, guys. I'm telling you, you can never get too much information from this book. There is There is so much information in this book that's going to take you so far in life. This is what people need. This is everything to cultivate your it factor, guys. If you understand your it factor, then you understand how serious it is for you to get this book. It is a must. It is a must. Trust and believe, I would definitely be reading this book also. You know, I'm a book collector, so I collect books. I have a whole chest case of books, and, you know, my dream is to have a library in my house where it's nothing but books because, first of all, I love to read, and I truly believe in education, you know. So I honestly want to say that this book right here is really going to be, if not one of the best investments that you have made into yourself, into your life, because it's teaching you so many things in so many aspects of your life, guys. I'm telling you, I can't even name all the areas that it covers, but it covers everything in your life that you can ask about. So you definitely want to get this book. And for the price that it's at right now, pre-sale is only $12, guys, plus shipping and handling. Only $12 for all of this knowledge and information that you're getting. Are you serious? I'm telling you, I would have bought this book. If this was me, if this was me about a couple of years ago, I would have bought this book like nothing because I would have saw the value. You got to learn to see the value in what you're learning and what you're buying. See, we all spend a lot of money on things that really don't matter and that's not going to really, you know, teach us anything we need for the long run. But we don't want to spend the money, the little money, on what is going to take us to where we want to go. Guys, I'm telling you, if you are on this call today, or if you are listening to this call, or if you hear this call at another place, whatever, if you hear these words coming out of my mouth right now, this means that you are meant to get this book, guys. Do not pass this off. I'm telling you, the price will go up. Go ahead and get your pre-order. Go ahead and get your pre-order, guys. But, yes, in short and closing words, I just want to say, go for your dreams, guys. I'm the anointed dream builder. I want to really say that you have a dream on the inside of you. Everybody does. You can achieve your dreams. You know, you can reach that level of success that God has for you. You just got to go out, do it, do the work, believe, trust, and just no fear. All fear away, guys. All fear gone in 2015. 2015, we don't got time for fear. We overlook fear. If you got fear, oh well, get past it. Go through it in faith. You can have the fear, but just let your faith overpower that fear. And I guarantee you, as soon as you get past and do the thing that you're fearful of doing, trust and believe you're going to want to do it over and over and over and over. Don't let nothing stop you. Go for your dreams. God got the rest. He got you. He got you. He got everything figured out already. The people that's supposed to be surrounded around you, everything. He got everything. Every opportunity he got. He got it, guys. Just trust him and go for your dreams. That is my closing words. My name is Toneika Sherrod. You can follow me on Facebook also at Toneika Sherrod. All social media is Toneika Sherrod. My business page is Anointed Dream Building LLC, guys, and I'm telling you, we're going to do some magnificent things. And I know Stevie is doing some magnificent things, guys. Continue to follow us and get your pre-order. Get your pre-order today, matter of fact. Don't delay. Get your pre-order. Thank you, Stevie.
That's right. She went in, and I love the fact that all of the authors just really are passionate. The publishing company and everybody passionate about this book, and that's such a blessing. And it's real. I felt the passion coming through the phone. So thank you, Toneika, for just stopping by and investing some of your time with us. We definitely appreciate it. And guys,
thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Like Toneika said, go get the book. Make it happen and make it a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.